A poor girl covered her aunt's cleaning shift at a luxury hotel, and the millionaire in the suite thought she was there to please him. He misjudged her. She walked out in tears, but that night would change both of their lives forever. Welcome to Soul and Love Stories. Hit subscribe and let this emotional journey remind you, never judge a heart by its uniform. Rain poured over Austin, Texas, like a mournful country ballad, blurring the neon glow from Sixth Street's bars. Distant guitar strums from the SXSW Music Festival mingled with the smoky scent of BBQ wafting from a taco truck under amber streetlights. In a cramped third-floor apartment on Austin's east side, a squeaky ceiling fan spun above Jenna Lopez, 25, as she scribbled frantically into a worn medical textbook. Her laptop cast a dim light on the chipped wooden desk, a half-empty coffee mug teetering near the edge. Jenna's hair was a messy bun, a pencil tucked behind her ear, and the phrase cardiovascular response to stress blurred for the sixth time. "Stress? I'm the expert," she muttered, rubbing her temples, forcing focus. 3 days until her medical scholarship interview, a shot to escape her hardscrabble life. Her phone buzzed sharply, slicing the room's silence. The screen read, "Aunt Rosa." Jenna frowned, heart skipping. "Hey, Tia, everything okay?" she asked, pushing books aside. Rosa's voice trembled. "Mija, I sprained my ankle. Twisted it carrying a bucket down the staff stairs. Can't stand, it hurts." Jenna sat upright, alarmed. "Are you home? Need the ER?" Rosa sighed. "I'm home, limping. But tonight's my shift at the Grand Palisade. If I skip, they'll fire me. They cut 2 girls last week." Jenna's eyes flicked to her calendar. Interview 9 a.m., Friday, circled in red, her stomach twisting. "I don't know what to do," Rosa said, voice breaking. "Could you, just this once, cover for me? Uniform's clean, ID's in the pocket." Jenna stood, pacing to the narrow window. Rain glistened under streetlights. She pictured herself soaked, pushing a cleaning cart through plush hallways, preserving Rosa's flawless reputation. The aunt who'd sacrificed her own savings for Jenna's med school tuition. The familia bracelet on her wrist glinted, stirring memories of her mom singing Wagon Wheel in the kitchen. "All right, Tia, rest up. I'll do it," Jenna said, firm but adding, "If they make me scrub the pool, you owe me a pot of tamales." Rosa laughed through tears. "Oh, mija, thank you. I'll make it up to you." Jenna slipped into Rosa's slightly oversized uniform, the R. Lopez name tag close enough to pass. In the mirror, she smirked. Future doctor, now a cleaning ninja. Grabbing her half-broken umbrella, she dashed to the bus stop, rain soaking her jeans cuffs. At the Grand Palisade, chandeliers gleamed over a marble lobby bustling with elite guests. The night supervisor glanced at his clipboard. "Late, Lopez. VIP added a guest. Presidential suite, 16th floor. You're on both floors." He shoved a card at her, barely looking up. Jenna swallowed hard, heart jackhammering. "VIP? Probably just some politician craving bourbon, right?" Meanwhile, Colton Blake, a steely 38-year-old tech CEO, stepped into the elevator. Raised on a Texas ranch, he'd learned from his mom, "Don't judge folks by their looks." But after being burned by manipulative partners, he trusted no one. Returning to his suite early, he didn't know Jenna, cart in tow, familia, bracelet shining, was wiping down the fireplace in the presidential suite, about to face a misunderstanding that would upend both their lives forever. Rain pounded Austin, Texas, soaking the Grand Palisade Hotel as chandelier light danced across its marble lobby floor like a dazzling painting. Jenna Lopez, 25, pushed a cleaning cart down the 16th floor hallway, her Aunt Rosa's oversized uniform forcing her to tug at the sleeves. The R. Lopez name tag swayed on her chest, her familia bracelet glinting under the lights. "Just a few rooms, Jenna." "Free cardio," she muttered, shoving down nerves about her medical scholarship interview. Country music from the SXSW festival drifted through a window, stirring memories of her mom singing Wagon Wheel. Jenna opened the presidential suite's door, awestruck by its opulence, leather-upholstered chairs, Texas prairie art on the walls, a premium bourbon bottle on a walnut table. Who needs a museum for a bedroom? She grumbled, wiping the fireplace with a microfiber cloth. She carefully dusted a forgotten family photo, a boy and his smiling mom by a ranch fence. Nice family, but nobody polishes like me, she joked, boosting her spirits. The door swung open abruptly. Colton Blake, 38, a tech CEO, strode in, his gray suit rumpled from a flight. He froze, spotting Jenna, curly hair tied high, diligently cleaning. Past betrayals sparked a snap judgment. She was a staffer lingering for a favor or a celebrity selfie. "What do you want?" he asked, voice cold but polite, a wry smile curling. "A contract? A photo? I don't have time for games." Jenna went rigid, the cloth dropping. She stared, taking in his tailored suit and icy gaze, realizing he was the VIP. "What are you talking about?" she snapped, voice quivering with anger. Colton raised an eyebrow. "Don't play dumb. I know your type. Hanging around to impress. Name your price." Jenna's face flushed, eyes welling, but pride surged. "You think I'm here to beg? I'm cleaning for my aunt, who sweated 20 years to keep this job. I don't want your pictures or money, just her security." She flung the cloth down, voice breaking. "Keep your fancy suite and your ego." Rushing out, Jenna's medical notebook slipped, its final page reading, "Don't let stress beat you." She tore down the hall, yanking off the name tag, uniform rain-soaked, heart shattered. "I don't belong here," she whispered, the familiar bracelet her only comfort under dim lights. Colton stood still, his mother's words echoing. "Don't judge by appearances, Colton." He picked up the notebook, flipping to Jenna's meticulous notes and mantra. Shame hit him. Glancing at the family photo, now spotless, he realized this woman wasn't like anyone he'd met. Outside, rain fell, blending with distant SXSW guitars. Jenna boarded a bus. Unaware Colton, notebook in hand, stood under the hotel's glow, resolving, "I have to find her." A misunderstanding had sparked, but it also set a path to bring them together, one neither could yet see under Austin's stormy sky. The rain had stopped, but Austin's air hung damp, carrying the smoky scent of BBQ from a taco truck parked near the Grand Palisade Hotel. In the presidential suite, Colton Blake sat on a leather chair, Jenna Lopez's medical notebook open before him. The handwritten note, "Don't let stress beat you," in careful script, held his gaze. Jenna's wounded words, "I'm cleaning for my aunt," echoed, stirring shame. He glanced at the family photo on the fireplace, polished to a shine, and recalled his mother's lesson. Kindness can't be faked, Colton. He'd pegged Jenna as an opportunist, but her tear-streaked eyes were raw and real. Unable to sit still, Colton called the hotel manager, demanding security footage. "Big shot playing detective?" a guard teased, grinning. Colton, flustered, nodded. "Just do it. I need to check something." On the screen, he watched Jenna push her cart into the suite, wiping every surface like it was her own home. She paused at the family photo, gently brushing the frame, whispering, "Maybe a wish." That unprompted act hit Colton hard. His mom used to polish their family photos every night, no matter how tired. "I got it wrong," he muttered, clutching the notebook. Colton visited HR, learning R. Lopez was Rosa, a veteran employee, not Jenna. Records showed Jenna was Rosa's niece, a med student at UT Austin, with Rosa working night shifts to fund her tuition. He called Rosa, voice halting. "Mrs. Lopez, I'm Colton Blake from the presidential suite. I need to ask about Jenna." Rosa, at home with a bandaged ankle, answered cautiously, "Jenna covered my shift, Mr. Blake. She doesn't chase money or fame. She just wanted me to keep my job and to make her late mom proud." Her voice cracked. "My niece deserves to be seen for who she is." Rosa's words landed like a punch. Colton recalled Jenna tossing down her cloth, defending her aunt with fierce dignity. She wasn't like the people who'd approached him for cash or clout. Driving through Austin, neon bar signs and SXSW billboards lit his windshield. The scent of tacos and distant guitar strums reminded him of his ranch childhood, when his mom taught him a kind heart outvalued any $1 million deal. He stopped at a taco truck, grabbing an order to steady himself. The vendor chuckled. "You look like you lost $1 million, man." Colton laughed, shaking his head. "Nah, I lost a chance to be decent. Back at the hotel, Colton gripped Jenna's notebook, resolved to find her. He dug into records, discovering she interned at a free clinic near the med school. He wasn't sure what he'd say, but Jenna's hurt eyes, the spotless photo, and his mom's words, "Don't judge by looks," pushed him forward. Under Austin's glowing lights, with SXSW guitars faintly strumming, Colton knew this wasn't just about an apology. He wanted to know the woman who'd cracked his guarded heart, like an unexpected country song cutting through a rainy night. The city pulsed around him, and as he drove toward the clinic, the notebook beside him felt like a map. Not just to Jenna, but to a chance at redemption and something real. Early morning sun filtered through Austin's oak trees, illuminating the path to a free clinic near the University of Texas. Country music from the SXSW festival echoed faintly, blending with taco scents from a nearby food truck. Jenna Lopez, 25, in a white lab coat, checked an elderly patient's blood pressure. Her curly hair tied low, her familia bracelet glinted, but her eyes carried the sting from that night at the Grand Palisade Hotel. She focused on work, muttering, "Just some arrogant jerk. I've got a scholarship interview to nail." Yet Colton Blake's words, "What do you want? A photo?" still pricked her pride. Outside the window, Colton stood quietly, clutching Jenna's medical notebook, guilt weighing heavy. After talking to Rosa and reviewing security footage, he couldn't stop thinking about Jenna's kindness, polishing his family photo unasked. His mom's lesson rang, "Kindness can't be faked." Ditching his pricey suit for a simple blue shirt, he felt like the nervous Texas ranch kid again, fumbling an apology. "Just be honest, Colton," he whispered, stepping inside. Jenna, jotting notes, froze when she saw him. "What are you doing here?" she asked, voice icy, gripping her pen. A patient glanced curiously, making Colton flush. "I came to apologize," he said, offering the notebook. "You dropped this at the hotel. I was wrong to say those things. You didn't just clean that room. You wiped out my stupid assumptions." Jenna blinked, caught off guard by his sincerity. Taking the notebook, she saw her mantra, "Don't let stress beat you," intact, and gave a faint smile. "Your assumptions need a whole cleaning crew, not just me." Colton laughed, tension easing. "Fair. Can I have 5 minutes?" They crossed to a taco stand opposite, its wooden sign proclaiming, "Tacos fix all sorrows." The sizzle of grilled meat and radio country tunes lightened the mood. Colton ordered 2 tacos but fumbled, salsa dripping on his shirt. "CEO scared of spice?" Jenna teased, tossing him napkins. "Let me teach you Texas taco style." Her laugh, unguarded for the first time, warmed him. Colton mock scowled. "I wrangled cattle on a ranch, but salsa's my nemesis." The moment broke the ice, and they sat on a wooden bench, sunlight streaming through oaks. Sipping horchata, Jenna asked, "Why track me down?" "Just the notebook?" Colton met her gaze, voice low. "The family photo in the suite. You polished it. No reason to. My mom did that every night, no matter how tired. You're like her, kind, real." Jenna blinked, touched but deflecting. "Don't flatter me. I was just doing my aunt's job." She shared her dream of becoming a community doctor for the uninsured. "But the scholarship pressures got me ready to quit," she admitted, tracing her familia bracelet. Colton, opening up, said, "I wanted to teach kids at the ranch. After Mom died, I chased tech to prove myself. Now I've got everything, except someone to share it with." Jenna saw past the jerk from that night. "A teacher? I thought you were born in a suit," she teased, making him laugh. "Suits are easy. Being kind like you? That's tough," he said, eyes earnest. As they left and the neon bar lights glowed nearby, SXSW guitars strumming, Colton handed Jenna a daisy plucked from a pot outside the stand. "Extra apology." She smiled, taking it. "Bring tacos next time. I'll forgive faster." They parted, but both felt a door creak open. Under Austin's sun, Jenna held the flower, thinking, maybe he's not so bad. Colton, driving past the taco truck, vowed, "She's worth the effort." A spark had ignited, promising more than either expected. Austin's vibrant sunset bathed Zilker Park in autumn hues, its lush lawns sprawling like a fall painting, with distant SXSW festival guitars strumming softly. Jenna Lopez, 25, sat on a picnic blanket beside Colton Blake, 38, sipping horchata from a nearby taco truck. BBQ scents wafted through the air, mingling with laughter from families strolling by. Jenna, in a yellow sweater and jeans, fiddled with her Familia bracelet, grinning as Colton, trading his CEO suits for a flannel shirt, fumbled a box of cornbread, crumbs scattering across the blanket. From millionaire to cornbread's worst enemy, you're falling fast, she teased, popping a crumb in her mouth. Colton mock scowled. Hey, I wrangled cattle, but cornbread's a cosmic challenge. Their laughter rang out, sunlight glinting off a small daisy pot Colton brought, a gift after his taco stand apology. Since that day, they'd met often, not in fancy restaurants, but in simple moments that set their hearts alight. One evening, after Jenna's shift at the free clinic, Colton waited outside with a bag of tacos and her favorite latte, vanilla, light sugar. CEO turned snack delivery guy? Watch out, I'm giving 5 stars, she joked, biting into a taco, eyes sparkling. Colton shrugged, voice warm. Your smile's worth demoting myself to delivery. Jenna blushed, hiding it by inspecting the bag. No salsa? -1 star. He laughed, realizing her grin outshone any multi-million-dollar deal. One night, Colton dragged Jenna to a country bar off 6th Street, neon lights glowing, Casey Musgrave's tunes filling the air. I'll teach you two-step, but no laughing if I step on your toes, he challenged, pulling her to the dance floor. Jenna, in boots and a denim skirt, giggled. Mess up, and you're buying me a whole taco truck. When the music started, Colton spun her clumsily, promptly stomping her boot. I'm the worst dancing CEO in history, he groaned, making Jenna double over laughing. She grabbed his hand, guiding him. Slow down, big shot. Treat the floor like a contract. They twirled, lights catching her radiant face, and Colton felt his heart, once hardened by Zoom meetings, melt like Texas ice cream. During dates, Jenna shared her dream of becoming a community doctor, serving the underserved like her Aunt Rosa once was. Colton, opening up, admitted he'd wanted to teach kids on his family's ranch, but his mom's death pushed him into tech. You remind me what I used to want, he said, setting the daisy pot on the picnic table. This is to show kindness always blooms. Jenna touched a pedal, heart racing. Keep talking like that, and I'll bill you for heart flutters. They laughed, but their locked gazes spoke unspoken truths. One day, Jenna received a letter announcing a medical scholarship from a new fund, covering her program's costs. She hugged the letter, crying with joy, unaware Colton had quietly funded it, naming it for his mom to honor her kindness. He said nothing, just smiled as Jenna shared the news by Ladybird Lake, water shimmering. I'll make Mom and Tia proud, she said, squeezing his hand. Colton nodded. You already have, Jenna, and me too. Evenings found them walking Colton's dog through Zilker, pausing for tacos or listening to music from food trucks. From CEO to taco guy, how's it feel? Jenna teased, winking. Like the first time I'm really living, he replied, brushing her hair. Under moonlight and faint SXSW chords, the daisy pot on Jenna's table bloomed, mirroring their love, simple, true, and growing stronger daily. Austin's warm nights wrapped them, and as they stood by the park's edge, hand in hand, their shared dreams felt as vibrant as the city's glowing skyline. Autumn in Austin shone brighter than ever, string lights twinkling at the Grand Palisade Hotel's charity gala, where the scent of premium bourbon and cornbread mingled. Casey Musgraves' soft country tunes filled the air, evoking Texas warmth. Jenna Lopez, 25, stood at the back of the ballroom, her simple green dress accentuating her poise, the Familia bracelet glinting on her wrist. Now a community medical intern, she carried newfound confidence thanks to a scholarship from a mysterious fund she didn't yet know Colton Blake, 38, had bankrolled. Colton, no longer the aloof CEO, stood on stage, about to speak, his eyes scanning the crowd for Jenna. Over the past year, Colton had transformed. He backed Austin's free healthcare programs, joined Jenna at SXSW, and even tried making tacos, though Jenna teased his cooking was worse than his two-step. Jenna, once crippled by self-doubt over her humble roots, now embraced her worth, buoyed by Colton's love and her Aunt Rosa's support. At the gala, Rosa, her ankle healed, stood beside Jenna, beaming with pride. "Mija, you make me so proud," she whispered, drawing a smile from Jenna. Colton stepped off the stage, skipping the long speech everyone expected. Instead, he led Jenna to a secluded garden corner, where he'd set up a small nook with a daisy pot, their love symbol, and shimmering string lights. "Jenna Lopez," he began, voice trembling. "I used to think money was everything, that people only wanted to use me. But you, with your cleaning cart and kind heart, showed me a daisy's worth more than the world." Jenna's eyes welled, but she laughed. "Keep up that mushy talk, and I'll charge you for cleaning your heart." Colton chuckled, taking her hand. "I love you, not for what you do, but for all you are. Will you let me stay in your garden?" Jenna moved, touched the daisy pot. "Colton, you cleared the way for my love. I love you too." They embraced under the lights, country music from the gala, drifting like a blessing. Rosa, sneaking a peek, approached, handing Jenna a new bracelet engraved with Amer. "You found someone who sees your worth," she said, eyes misty. Jenna hugged her, whispering, "Thank you, Tia, for everything." Rosa turned to Colton, teasing, "Lucky you didn't mistake my niece for someone else again, taco guy." Laughter erupted, the string lights catching their glowing faces. A year later, Jenna, Colton, and Rosa hosted a charity event at Zilker Park, where kids learned basic medical skills and seniors got free care. Their daisy pot, now larger, sat at the park's heart, a testament to their simple love. Jenna, in her lab coat, told Colton, "From one night cleaning rooms, I never thought I'd find a whole garden." He kissed her forehead, "And I found the most priceless heart." Under the sunset and distant SXSW chords, Austin bore witness to their love blooming like daisies in Texas sun. The city's warmth wrapped them, and as they stood hand in hand, their shared journey felt as vibrant as the festival's glow, a promise of more seasons to grow together. Sometimes, one rainy night, one small act of kindness can break down walls money never could. If this story moved you, made you smile, or reminded you of the quiet power of dignity, hit like, share it with someone who believes in second chances, and subscribe to Soul and Love Stories for more tales where hearts heal, love surprises, and hope always finds a way. Until next time, stay kind, stay human, and let love speak louder than assumptions.